Hi, this is Ryan with Honey Dashboard, and I want to do a second part video. This is a part two, I guess, of the sales proposal. I wanted to go a little more in depth on the proposal items themselves and what you can do in here. I briefly touched on it, showed you all the sections, the groups, that sort of thing, the parts that are in here. But I want to make sure you get to see exactly what you can do in here and just how much is available to you. So any particular item, if you click on this little newspaper looking thing, you can see everything that's listed within it. The site barricade, the tree barricade only has just the one item. Not very exciting, but the basic pool package actually has a lot of items in it. And so you can see all of those. And one of the things that I want to point out to you, I talked about on the contract, is if you don't want things to be seen, like nobody needs to see that there's an orange safety fence or that you have a pound of nails or 4 pounds of nails in this case. You don't want to necessarily show those items. So you can hide or show items on your proposal, the PDF that you actually send to the customer. So anything that's in black will show up, and anything that's kind of grayed out as a name will not. So those are hidden items. In another video, when we go over the products, I'll show you exactly where to set that, where to determine what is hidden and what is shown. But at the moment, you can see that certain things has been decided that these will be shown, and a lot of the things do not. The customer doesn't need to see those things, but they might be really interested to see what kind of a pump you chose for them. So that's a little bit of information on that. Now, on this particular item, the tree barricade, let's say we know we need a minimum of 100 feet, so you'd want to set it to at least that, but we don't know how much we need for sure until we've done everything and we've figured it all out. And we say, okay, it turns out, well, we only need 60 feet, but we have to do 100. So I'm going to change that to that. And you can see it updated the pricing. You can see that if you click on it, it's got the quantity here. But one of the things I also want to show you with this is something like, for example, the coping. So let's say, in fact, let's just take a look at that coping. So under the coping, we also have labor for the coping and shipping. But as you see, the labor is the same as the quantity for the pavers themselves because you have just as much pieces that you're covering for labor as you are for the coping, but the shipping doesn't necessarily need to change. So if you were to up that, let's say that you realize you actually need to get 110 feet. You'd like the and all I did was hit enter, by the way. You would like the labor should be upgraded as well, and it is. You can see that it's updated as well. So there's one of the things that it does automated. Again, you may find that your margin is too low, too high. This is that override that I talked about before, where we put in the 10% for the future increase in price and the 2% for the salesman. You end up with a 12% override that gets added on to whatever the sell price is. So this is our cost coming in from the products. This is the margin that we'd like to make on it, what we want to sell it for, and any overrides that we've added onto the proposal. And here's the price that the customer actually sees. And then this is how much it is for that item with 110 lineal feet. So that's a breakdown of the pricing. You can adjust the white boxes. So if you want to change your margin, you want to change your cost, you want to change your actual price, this will auto calculate if you change these, but some people just want to change this number. For example, let's say we do a miscellaneous demo and we want to just say the price is this. It's going to be $500 of demo. You can just set it right there. And I also showed about changing the section and the group. So if we wanted to move this into a spa, we wanted to move this into, I don't know, heater, for example, we could do that. Okay. Now, you can delete any of these products in here, which will also delete anything that's underneath it. But you can also add products. So I want to show you that really quick because the add products is actually a very powerful feature. There's 4,200 products in here to choose from. Every one of these shows up with a little picture, what we're selling it for. If we happen to have information as to the manufacturer, the main color. You know, if we want to add a different tile and we're not sure exactly which one it is, we think it's called this. We want to make sure, or we want to take a look and go, oh, that's right. Maybe a new salesman. What's the difference between an arc descent and a shear descent, and just pull in descent? In fact, let's just do a quick search for descent, and we found 36 of them. And so you can get a real quick picture of a rain descent, a shear descent, and an arc descent, and the salesman can easily choose which one they're looking for. Theoretically, they should know what it is, but not everybody remembers. And so we want to add this in. We're going to call this in the water feature, and we're going to go ahead and add in a shear descent. And so that should now be in the water feature section. So now we've added that to the pool. That section wasn't here before, and so it created it on the fly. It added it in, and now you can see how you can modify your proposal and customize it for exactly what the customer is looking for. You have these selection needed for this. You want to switch it out to something else. We could just add it in, put in the right square footage, and then get rid of this. And then you don't forget anything. You don't miss anything. It's all there and easy to work with. So that's a little more in-depth look at the proposal items.